Yep, I was just starting off the show. You're good to go.
Okay. 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 Mike, I guess we'll introduce ourselves. Micah, our MC,
Yep.
Yep.
is
All good. Go ahead.
okay. Micah, our MC, is not going to be here verbally this morning, so we're supposed to introduce ourselves. And I'm Joe Hooper, and Tim, the trader there, is Tim, and he
Tim the trader, I like.
and Randy, the other trader, the OT trades has been doing forever, over about 25 years now.
Yeah. No.
Covered calls and macro moments. He trades everything, and he has seminars that if you go to our website, support macromomenttrading.com, you can sign up and get maybe even some free a free week or so on both our micro moment trading and Randy's more diverse covered call, micro moment, micro covered calls, whatever he does, a lot of. And so I just start off with Randy. And Randy, how's your day gone today? And what's your schedule of things people can sign up for?
Well, they can go to the website and I think sign up for lots of stuff. Coming up though, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend is the 2-day advanced charting seminar to learn everything you need to know about how to interpret, read, and then use advanced charting to enhance your trading decisions. And advanced charting is what we use for um, making all kinds of trading decisions because it helps identify the the cycle, the momentum, and the direction of any equity or ETF. It could be a stock, it could be an ETF, even an index. So it can be used for any trading that you're doing, whatever technique that you're maybe already know or trying to learn. Advanced charting is going to give you a better insight as to what is the timing of what you want to accomplish. We also use advanced charting for a trading technique that we call momentum trading, which is trying to identify the beginning of the rising cycle. And right now we're looking for rising cycles because the overall trend of the market is up. It's been up since March of 2009. That was the bottom of the market back in the financial crisis, the mortgage crisis days, March of 2009. And ever since then, the market's just been rising. It has ups and downs. That's what the market does. But overall, if you look at where, um, like the Dow was at like 6,900 points, I think, um, back then, and now it's at 36,000 points. So in the long term, it's gone up. So that's why we're looking for rising cycles, the beginning of a rising cycle on the equity to buy a call, because in the long term, things go up. And so the market's going to help push things up if you select the right equity at the right time. And that's what advanced charting allows you to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so every Monday morning, I give a coaching webinar, except for this coming week because Monday is or MLK Day, right? And so the markets are closed on Monday, so that my coaching webinar will be on Tuesday. And so I go through about 37 charts every week and identify where is the current trend cycle and momentum on those equities to look for ones that are just starting that day. And then we buy a call and let it go for a day or two and sell it for a profit. My target is 5% return each week for those the equities that we find. And so it's a great opportunity coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, the 22nd and 23rd. Yep,
Yes.
22nd and 23rd. And so you can go to micromoment.com in the website and you can sign up for that if you wish to do that. And again, it's useful for whatever you're already doing. It's going to give you a benefit of being able to make a better decision on your entry and exit points.
Yeah, and let me just add that if I could, I would make this a mandatory course for our MMT traders. This is really the basis of everything that we do. is understanding how our charts work and a greater understanding of how the markets move and how to identify these rising trends. It's so important for our MMT traders as well. So if you have the opportunity to take this, I really encourage you to do it. I'm actually going to redo it myself and be there, because it's just, Randy just has such a great understanding of the charts and identifying these rising cycles and being able to teach that concept. Does an amazing job with that. So if you've done it before, do it again. If you've not done it, please sign up for this. It will improve your trading. I guarantee it.
Yeah, you know, Tim, one of the things I when I really just want to kind of get a laugh, if you listen to the talking heads on TV, they're always going to say, "This is my pick for the week. This is the one that that."
Yeah.
I think what's it called, Fast Money, and I think they
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
that the last minute they say whatever. I don't know what, I can't remember what they call it, but like here's my trade pick of the day,
Right.
and I just use those. I go out to advanced charting and go, what are these guys thinking? This is strong downward momentum in a declining cycle. Why would you be buying that one right now?
Yeah.
But of course, most of the time it's because they want people to buy it so that it goes up. And so it's just such a useful tool to really screen through. If you're looking at someone's recommendations, if you're looking at some list, if whatever, if you're just trying to find things, you can screen through all of those different equities and find the one that best fits for what you're trying to get accomplished. And it's fantastic. It rolls 21 technical indicators all into one big chart that's really easy to then learn how to read. You don't need to know all the technical jargon. You don't have to go through all these calculations, and you just read the chart. And we learn chart pattern recognition, and we learn when this line's above this line, and you look at this one down here, and that's the time to enter or exit, depending on what you're trying to get accomplished. So it's fantastic. It began back in 2008, and we've been using it ever since. It's proprietary to micro moment trading, so you can only get it here. But it as Tim said, it's fantastic for the foundation of any chart reading for trading.
And what you can use that charting on, and I'll talk about our micro moment here because I do that every morning with Tim and Cezanne, my daughter, or the traders, and show you what they've done using that advanced charting so far this week, which is Monday. There were 5 trades and up 37.050%. Tuesday, they were up 24.8966%. And there were 3 trades. And today there was 1 trade. And it was up 5. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Joe. Actually, I do have one other trade to give you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the one that I had when I had to leave early was up 5.5. So that would make us up 90.555 plus whatever the trade he's going to give me later. That's percent. That's more than a mutual fund by their own admissions make 5 to 6, maybe if they're really great, 7% a year. So that's 10 years, at least of those returns. And you can go to our website, www.micromomenttrading.com, and read all about the various techniques, Randy's and Tim's, and what Tim says on trade, and the other lessons that we have, some courses that Randy teaches also in charting and such. And it's just our trades on micro moment trades average around 15 to 16 seconds. And so we're not in a trade ever overnight, and we're never in one, obviously, over the weekend. And we're out. Okay, got you. Tim, thanks. Mm-hmm. We're out after 15 or 16 seconds. A long trade, micro moment trading, is a minute, and that's a long trade. So
that is a long trade for us. Yes.
Yeah, and we only trade the indexes, and we treat Apple like an index. We treat SPY, QQQ, Apple, and don't forget the leverage is incredible because we're buying the options. Tim typically is going to spend, and this is off ballpark, maybe $1.50 for a contract. You got to do a minimum of 100 contracts. And Apple calls, and that's only going to be on Apple. Apple costs what, $300-400 a share. So the leverage is tremendous, and we deal in cents. We try to get in and get out in 15 seconds and make 3 or 4 cents. If it turns red once we get in, if the position turns red, because we're not going in when it's red, we're going in when it's green. If it turns red, we instantly get out and just try to cut our loss to 1 or 2 or 3 cents. But at the end of the day, we have very few of those, and we average over 100% as a subscription service for the last 141 weeks. And for the last 6 years, roughly 6 years, we average over 100% per week.
Yeah, just think about that. I mean, that's divided between 2 traders, Cezanne and myself. So, and we often go 200% as well. So we're looking at one trader per week making 50 to 100%. That's, where else could you possibly do that or have the opportunity to do that? We talk about those. We sometimes get to Wednesday, maybe we're up to 30%, 35%, and we talk about it being a slow week for us. And then Joe kind of gives us some higher perspective on that, comparing it to, what a fund does in a year, 6 to 8% in a year. And we're doing that most days in a day. So it's
and the thing is, when you attend those sessions in the morning, they're an hour every day. Every day the market's open, 8:30 to 9:30, and that's all we do. Never come back again after that. That's it. That's you're through, and you're going to make those kind of returns. And the neat thing is, and it's getting ready to get a lot better. They say, Tim will say, I'm getting ready to purchase Apple. This, I'm selling it. I just sold it for that, 2 or 3 seconds usually. You hear that, but also pretty soon you're going to see it. You're going to see it on this trading platform. You're going to actually see the trade. So a lot of times he forgets to cut his microphone on. Sometimes he's done the trade and he cuts his microphone. Oh, I'm sorry, I just did this trade. And Cezanne does the same thing every now and then. Yeah. But you'll be able to see their trades live. Plus what else you're going to be able to see on that, Tim? As it's fully developed later on this month?
Oh, you'll see, everything. It's almost like looking at my platform as I'm trading. So you'll see all the pertinent information, the strike, the buy to open and sell to close prices, the time it happened. So it'll be like you're sitting next to us, and we're just dealing with getting the technology right before we release this, but we're hoping this is going to be very soon.
And it's just like Eric just came up here with a comment. It says, I had 4 MMT micro-moment trades today, net up 10 cents in QQQ and Apple. 10, that's a lot of money. You understand that, because a contract has 100 shares. And again, it's just the option you're buying. So you're not talking about a lot of money. And but that's huge. But during the seminar, the platform we use, people can make their comments and make phone calls to us and whatever. But the returns that they're getting are just astronomical. They'll a lot of times have 35, 40 cents over 4 or 5 trades, just like Eric had just 4 trades and 10 cents, which is fantastic.
Yeah, right. Just while you were just talking, I just did SPX. I just got in. It was 6 seconds. And it was 1.3% return in 6 seconds. And one of the big powerful parts is you just use the same money multiple times
over and over.
So you just use $1,000, $2,000 over and over and over and over again. It's not like you have $800,000 out there that you're trying to trade. It's just using your same money multiple times, and that's compounding those returns. And that's where, if you're making 50% in the week, if using $2,000, that's $1,000 that you're making in the week.
Well,
not just $2,000.
And that's like that $2,000 example I use all the time. $2,000 in your account, and when you first open your account, you can use virtual trading till you master the technique, which only takes you a couple of weeks. and then just go to real money. But $2,000, that's all you ever put into that account, real cash you put into that account. And like Randy says, you start trading the micro moments. And if you only make, by following, if you listen to Randy or Tim or Cezanne, if you only make 7% per week now, not per day, they make, today was kind of slow, 5%, but normally the day before have been, 24 and 37% a day. If you only make 7% a week, one time a week, in 24 months, 2 years of trading, that's going to be $850,000. You put an IRA, so you're not paying any taxes on it, and come $850,000 value hits in 24 months. 7% of that is huge. What, $40,000-$50,000 a week. And people, it seems like Tim, we just had a revelation yesterday. People all of a sudden started realizing how powerful compounding was. Even Cezanne, she said, "You're not going to believe this compound table. Look at this. Oh man, I can't believe it's all this money you make compounding." I thought, good Lord, Cezanne, you're always kind of behind here. But anyhow, that's how it is.
You sent out a calculator yesterday.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Compounding. Yep.
Yeah, compounding calculator, and people started, compounding their current returns, and they found out that this works. It's
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the compounding effect.
And to show you how reliable this is, look at Randy. Randy's been doing this 20-something years. I remember when Randy took the very first course we did in Atlanta, and he's been doing it ever since. And of course, he's been with us for 20-something years. So
actually 16, but it's close. If you round up, it is 20.
It seems like it keeps growing another day. We've been in business like 18, 19 years.
It feels like 20. That's right. But just to say that the power of the intraday streaming chart, and I don't know that we mentioned, but what Tim does is only possible to be done because of the intraday streaming chart.
Yes.
That's proprietary to micro moment trading. And that's what we use to say, this is the time to enter and make those kind of profits. Yeah. And I'm just looking at it. And when I trade SPX, the index for the S&P 500, but I'm still watching the chart. And I got in at the beginning of that rising cycle on the intraday streaming chart, and it's still going. Mm-hmm. So I just get in and get out. I just take a little bit here and there, and then it adds up over time. But it's still in that rising cycle, and it's still going up in its upward momentum right now. But it's getting weak now. It's getting ready to turn over. So that's what the chart lets you look at. It lets you see when to get in. I just get out quickly for a couple % return to make sure that I lock it in. But that's when Joe was talking about a slow day of 5%, just think about 5% for a week times 50 weeks is 250% return on your money each year. Yeah. There's no place that makes that kind of return.
Yep.
None. And that's just 5% in the whole week. And a slow day Joe talks about was 5% for the day, not for the week. And I've already done 6.4% today. Yeah. I actually did 21.2% yesterday. Yesterday had some pretty nice moves, both up and down. And so I just about hit my weekly goal already. And that's what you do is you just make a goal. How much do you want to make? And be reasonable about it. Yeah. Don't say I want to triple my money every day. That may not be realistic, but you make a goal, you hit the goal, and you're done. Go do something else. You don't. This is not something where you sit in front of the computer all day and get blurry eyed, but in and out, and by the end of the day you're just totally wiped out. It's something that a half an hour every morning, and you can be done.
Here's the key: we're not day traders. You say, well, no, we're not. We like Randy says, we only trade for an hour in the morning. And when the market first opens, and then we're through for the day. We're not day traders. Day traders get on there, they spend all day, and they look at the stocks and maybe whatever stocks they're trying to follow. They're trying to find stocks that they think are going to go up in value. They think they're going to go up in value. According to the CBOE out of Chicago, most of the times they don't. 85% of them lose all their money. Mm-hmm. We don't look at that. We're not trading Apple, we're not trading QQQ or SPY. We're trading the volume on those stocks. We don't trade the individual stocks, and the volume, that chart that chart that they keep talking about tells you exactly when to get in and when not to get in. You don't go against the chart, and that's the only tool. That tool. Now, Randy has some covered call techniques he uses where you get into a stock, and he's been doing this a long time, and you never lose any money, but you can make money where the stock goes up or down. That's in addition to his micro moment stuff. But he's got a lot of rules, and he's got a big book on that. We don't even have a sheet of paper on ours. Ours is just, if it's green, we get in. When it turns red, we get out.
Yeah.
You know, or if it goes up, and we can make 2 or 3 cents, and we're in and out in 15, 16 long times a minute, 15, 16 seconds. But yeah, we're not trying to guess. We don't care when we cut the market on in the morning. We don't care if it's up or down. It makes no difference to us because we're trading the volume. And and if it changes midstream, due to the course of our hour, it doesn't make any difference to us. We just switch. So
yeah, and realistically, and I was kind of calculating this the other day, we make 90% of our trades in the first 5 minutes of the market. Mm-hmm. So literally, you can, with MMT or our technique, you can work 5 minutes a day. Mm-hmm. Make a couple of trades and you're done. You can have a 5-minute work day. What's that book? The 4-hour work week.
Yeah, the 4.
Yeah, there's a book. The 25-minute work week.
Randy, it's hard for me to keep them on there for an hour. I have to make all kinds of threats, and about 30 after 30 minutes, they start saying, and you can tell in Tim's voice, he's like, oh, I'm kind of, I don't know what I do.
But Tim, that's where a lot of people on the western half of the U.S., they do that before they go to their regular job every day.
Oh yeah,
like in California, the market opens at 6:30 in the morning. They're trading from 6:30 to 6:45, and a lot of times making more money than they make on their rest of their job.
Yeah,
and then they go to work and do their regular job, and then they come back in the next day, because it's always a new day. Like Joe said, we're not speculating. We're not saying we think this is going to do this. Hopefully, it's going to do that. We follow the chart and back to cash, so it doesn't matter what happens later, and you start all over. There's always an opportunity every day to begin again and follow wherever the chart has taken us. And that is what is so great about the micro moment trading, is it, especially in the market these days, because one comment in the next 10 seconds, and it could totally change the direction of the market very quickly, because computers are doing most of the trading as far as the volume. And so they're just programmed. If you hear that word go this, and it just shoots. And if we're not in the market, because you're not in all day, you're just in and out. In, like, I had a 6-second trade. Tim talks about 15 or 20 seconds is probably about the average. That's all that you're actually in the market with any kind of risk with that money. And so when someone makes a comment 2 minutes from now and the market totally shoots in the opposite direction, doesn't matter. Just start all over from wherever that is, and look for the next opportunity for entry.
Yeah, and what's amazing, and Randy can attest this since he's been doing this for 40 years now, is that it used to be, back when you started 16 years ago, the trading platforms weren't that good. And
they were terrible compared to
the over the years, the trading platforms have just done miraculous things where it's so easy now to see all the trades and see what's going on in the enter and exit trades. And the CBOE up in Chicago has never, in all these years, has never put one rule that's hindered our business. Every rule helps our business. And it's just amazing how everything has kind of come together over the last 15 or 16 years to facilitate doing it. You couldn't do this stuff when we first started doing covered calls, CSE, compound stock earnings. You couldn't do what we're doing now. In fact, you couldn't even hardly do those back then because of delays.
No, Joe, back then it might take an hour just to do the trade.
Yeah.
Let alone get back out of it back in 2006, because dial-up modems, and not real-time data from the broker. There weren't websites for, and so you just had to watch a chart and then contact the broker to try to to do the trade. And
What was
now
crazy?
it's instantaneous, right on your screen. You just do your own trade.
What was crazy back then, E-Trade, which was probably the first, big broker that was online where you could do this stuff. But still, you couldn't do it on the computer. You had to use your phone and dial up the special number and punch the numbers on your phone into the deal. Now you talk about confusing. They had these long numbers, for each trade. It was just a mess.
I'm sure at the time that seemed like an amazing technological advance.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've heard nightmares of multiple orders going in, and
you would get a confirmation back right away. You really didn't know whether the trade was actually going through or not. Until almost like the next day. So,
and Randy can attest this because he's been doing the covered cost seminars a long time. And it used to be, and I'm in his exact same, repeated what I'm getting ready to say. We always ask people, they're all sitting out there, maybe a couple hundred people, and say, well, do you have any questions or problems we can address right now? And everybody virtually raised their hand. Well, I'm in this trade. I can't get out, can't get out of this trade. For some reason, they just won't accept my order. We'd go through half the seminar showing people how to get in and out of trades when things didn't work, So.
Oh, no fun. No fun, but it's as you guys are saying, just the platforms today, it's instant. We've got real-time data coming in. We've got more data now than we've ever had. And as Randy was just mentioning, our ICE charts, we are able to take a lot of different data feeds, compile it into a graphic interface that within 1 or 2 seconds, you can make a decision on an entry or an exit. And that's just the beauty of these charts that allow us to do that. But more importantly, and we were talking about this morning, is it also tells us when not to be in trades. Now, we're only actually in a trade, 2% of the time we're actually in a trade, during the hour that we're actually trading. So the charts are telling us 98% of the time to stay out of a trade, which is just as well. It's actually more important. Right? They're keeping us safe. They're telling us when to stay out of a call or a put. And, that's great. They also tell us when we have a momentum shift, right? When we are in a rising cycle, we can begin to see when it's losing energy, it's losing momentum. We can start to see our lines begin to curve over and gives us early indicators of when we're going into exhaustion on a move, or the chart is reorganizing itself into an opposite direction, because it's just cyclical, right? It goes up, it goes down over and over and over again. But we get to see that as it's happening, and we get a little glimpse of when things are changing, which is very important in what we're doing. We can get a little jump into a trade, and as the rest of the retail world is jumping into a trade, we're getting out of that trade. And it's very cool, just how well graphically organized our charts are.
And I think too, get about this platform thing. They didn't have, when Randy and I were doing this early, 50 years ago, they didn't have virtual trading. And when they started having virtual trading, it didn't work real well. In fact, we used to advise people don't use virtual trading because it's not accurate. But now you can open up your account, go virtual, not have 1 cent at risk until you've mastered this technique. And you may never master it, in which case you're never going to lose a penny because you're not going to venture out there, So that's the key to it. You have the opportunity today. And it's just incredible opportunities to learn something that can just make you millions and millions of dollars. So.
Yeah. Yep. And what a gift to be able to give your kids.
Yep.
As well.
Because they're computer literate more so than we were when we started on this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's probably things that still complicated to me, my 20-year-old son or 25-year-old son can master in a second.
Right.
And it's just incredible. So it's easy for them.
All right. So I want to see if we had any questions over here or comments. And just have the one from Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Forum MT trades today, net up. Yeah. Yep. If you have any questions you want to ask us about any one of our services, please go ahead and post them. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Love to
Go
answer.
to our website, support.micromomenttrading.com, where you see everything we do. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. And also just a reminder or a shameless plug, however it is, if you would like some additional help with your trading, you can go onto our MMT site under coaching, and you can actually sign up for some time with myself, and I believe with Randy as well. Randy, you
I haven't posted times yet, but
okay? Randy's coming
we're
soon.
working on scheduling some.
Yeah, but you can pick up some coaching time there, some one-on-one time if you need to work on any aspect of your trading, which is pretty easy with Micro Moment. I find that the majority of the questions or the issues that people are having is they're just simply staying in trades too long. We have one rule: when that tick turns the opposite direction, just get out as quickly as you can.
Well, Tim, people have been day trader mode, where they're sitting there and they'll see all of a sudden they've got a loss, or a small loss. In our case, it's going to be a small loss. And they sit there thinking it's going to turn from red to green. It's going to turn. It's going to turn. And it doesn't. Or, it's just not worth messing with. Just get out of it and lose a penny or lose 2 pennies, Yeah. You just can't do that when you're doing Micro Moment or Randy's trades. So there's Kim D. Kim says, what is the cost of one-on-one coaching?
Yeah, if you go over to the site, you'll see the coaching. I believe an hour is we have an hour and a half hour. I believe the hour is $175, and half hour is approximately half of that. I think it's $90 or $95, but it's all on the site.
Now, Tim, in addition to that, though, we give weekly online coaching as a group.
Mm-hmm.
So like I talked about for momentum trading or advanced charting, learning advanced charting, that's every Monday morning that we're live online coaching and teaching how to do that. Tim is every morning. I do covered calls every Wednesday morning and Thursday evening. So you can get weekly coaching sessions that are group sessions that still allow you to ask all your questions, and they're live with GoToMeeting, where you see the screens and we talk about it, look at the charts, answer your questions right there live. So that's also available on a weekly basis as a subscription service too. So
yeah, if you go to our website, supportmicromomenttrade.com, you're going to find out that you can get good deals. You're going to find out the cost of these. All these don't hardly make any difference because you're making so much money. And that's why we've had clients for 20, 25 years or so. A lot of them still the same clients. We've had clients that come on every now and then and say, gosh, I've been doing this now, 20 years, or 16 years in Randy's case. And I got to get these dates straightened out. And that's when I started. Randy had only been around since
only 16 years.
Only 16.
Yeah.
Only 16 years. It's
that's right.
But that's the big thing is this is for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you take the time and put in the effort to learn and learn well, and then you use it for forever. And like Tim said, teach your kids, teach your grandkids. I'm starting to work with my granddaughter now. She's slowly interested. It's hard to really get those kids really interested in something, but she's starting to learn how to read the charts, and that's the beginning. Learn how to read the charts, and then start teaching how to actually use that to trade. But the kids can pick it up so fast because they're looking at that kind of stuff all day long, just about. So, but it's a lifetime of earning capability that you invest in the time and effort at the beginning to learn it well, and then just do it, and you can keep on doing it. And with micro moment trading, you do it when you want to. You don't have to do it every morning. You don't have to do it every day. You can take a week off if you're going on a vacation and you don't want to have to be thinking about that. you go in and out as you desire to do that, and it makes it so flexible because you can do it from anywhere as long as you have internet access and you have your laptop or your iPad or whatever that you want to use
Yeah.
to trade with. You
And
can,
just
it's so flexible. I mean, I've traded on the beach in um in Puerto Rico. I've
yeah,
traded on the beach in what oh, St. Thomas. That's where
yeah.
my son got married, in St. Thomas. I traded in the in the ski lodge in Vail, Colorado. That's where my daughter got married. So
Right. And we've taken
you can do it
cruises.
from
Yeah, we've
anywhere.
taken cruises.
Oh, the cruises are fantastic.
Cruises and trade in Hawaii, trading from the ship in Hawaii. And so I love Carl's question. Carl says, "Are the group sessions free?" Carl, what do you think?
No, no, there's a cost,
Yeah.
but it's very reasonable cost for being able to get
Yeah,
training on a weekly basis,
yeah.
and so that just enhances your trading knowledge and ability, and get you down the path much quicker.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah,
and
Carl. Basically, what you're getting is you subscribe to our group trading room, and you're getting 20 hours a month, 1 hour a day of live trading, training, and assistance, as if we are right there with you, which we are. You can follow our trades as you learn the charts, as you learn to determine entry and exit points. We are teaching you, along with demonstrating the technique live every day. And you can ask any question you want
Yeah.
during that hour. As Randy mentioned, on our GoToWebinar, we have a text service so you can ask any questions, and we encourage questions. This is a live classroom
Well,
environment.
you can get some free time too when you go to the website because I know Michael Moment. I think it's up to 2 weeks or something like that free. You know. And,
Yeah, we do offer a free 2 week trial with MMT that you can come on, ask any questions, learn. I mean, you can basically learn the technique for free for 2 weeks.
And Kim has a good question for you, Tim. It
Mhm.
says, "What is the cost of your exclusive charting software and weekly, monthly?" So I guess that's the chart, the actual cost of the charting.
Yeah. The charting is what is that? 125 a month? Actually, I'm not sure. You can go onto our site and micromomenttrading.com, and you can find out the prices of the services on there. And I apologize. I I guess I should know the prices of our own services, but I don't
but
want to misquote.
but Tim, we don't control that, so we don't.
Yeah.
We just do the teaching and teach you how to use it, and then use it ourselves. So um, but it's all on the website, and you can go out there and find that out, micromomenttrading.com.
And when one day we're going to be able to have our seminars again, when we can do that, obviously, those are always, we have those all over the country, coast to coast, and Atlanta and Chicago and LA and New York City, and then we have our cruises. So someday, hopefully, when this pandemic's over with, we'll be able to go back to our regular schedule of having these live people. Which you meet everybody,
Yeah.
and like Carl says here, so I try not to think it's either red or green. That's right, Carl. Either one.
There you go, Carl.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and you know, you're just trading Apple, you're trading SPY or QQQ. That's it. You just don't worry about a lot of stuff.
But that's what makes it so easy, is you read the chart and you learn when this line crosses this line, when this color changes to that, you're in. That's it gets to be down to that simple of an analysis. But you just learn how to read that chart, and then you identify over and over again. You're looking for the same, what we call chart pattern recognition. You're looking for the same place on the chart over and over again, day after day after day, to enter the trade.
And
And for
pretty
micro
soon,
moment trading, it doesn't matter whether it's going up or going down.
Mhm.
You can make money in both directions.
Boston also.
Oh, that's
Eleanor.
Eleanor.
That's Eleanor. Eleanor has been with us longer than you have, Randy. She's been with us 50 years.
Yes, she has. Yes.
Eleanor.
We used to teach the live seminar up in Boston, and Eleanor would come to that. So nice to see you on online here again, Eleanor. Great.
Yeah.
Hope you're having a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we look forward to being able to travel a lot more. We've been restricted as well, and we did a live event last October.
We did the company.
July. In July, we had the master seminar.
That's it.
Yeah, and that was the last one, I guess.
Yeah.
Then they kind of cut, hotels. You couldn't book rooms and stuff like that.
Wow. So. Wow. Is it July? Holy
Things keep changing like almost day by day as to where you can fly, when you can fly, what you can go, and can you be on a cruise? Can you not be on a cruise? It's crazy out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eleanor, I hadn't heard from Eleanor in a long time. Eleanor, so good to see you.
It's good to see she's still around there.
Yeah. So.
Yep. And we've had Marion on our call last several mornings. Marion's been with us forever and ever, and she may be on this call. If you're there, Marion, say hey.
Yeah.
Yes, Carl. Charter your flights.
That's it. What's it called? NetJet or?
Yeah.
I just saw the commercial this morning with John Elway where they were flying private jet to go to the football game. In Hirschbeck is another one that's on there all the time where you just call up and schedule it. You can just go right out and get on the plane and fly, and you can control yourselves if you if you get to that level where you really need to go somewhere really fast.
That's true. We could use NetJet, and that reminds me. I just want to do a call out to our own Georgia Bulldogs for winning the.
Here we go. Hey, go
Monday night. Go Dogs! I'm traditionally, here's the thing: I'm traditionally an Alabama fan.
Yeah,
but I am so happy they deserved it.
I guess our longest cruise, Randy was there. Randy was when we went to Spain, I think, wasn't it? And it was
the Mediterranean. We had a 7 weeks, 7 days.
It was absolutely fantastic.
Yep, Spain and Italy and France.
We had several hundred people on that cruise.
Yeah, what was nice about that? Over in Europe, the U.S. market opens at about 3:30 or so in the afternoon there. Yeah. So we could do everything all morning, go on the excursions, do everything, and then you come back and trade in the evening. And so we'd have basically group trading sessions right there on the cruise with all the clients that joined us. And every once in a while, someone else would poke there. What are you guys doing?
then when we had
for the trip,
when we had the Hawaiian cruises, my good, you had to get up and trade at 2:00 in the morning because
Yeah, but then you're done early in the morning, and you can do everything in the afternoon and in the evening, and go wherever that you want.
Yeah. Carl says, "Go Frogs, TCU."
The Bullfrogs.
Carl, I don't know. Yeah, my granddaughter goes to TCU. She's a freshman at TCU this year. Cezanne's younger daughter. Yeah,
that's right.
Well, Tim and I in Georgia, so it was a late night Monday night.
Ooh, it was.
My brother lives in Arizona, so he just recorded it, and then he watched it like 6 p.m. So it was easy for him to watch it and still go to bed at a decent hour. But here in Georgia, it was a late night, and it was hard to get to sleep because you're so pumped up after that.
Yeah,
so.
It was.
I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from that.
Yeah,
and we were dragging on Tuesday.
Yep, it was fun though. It was exciting.
Okay, well, if we have more questions, otherwise we're about out of time here.
Yep.
We had 45 minutes. That's about all the time they allocate to us. So, if any last minute questions, real fast. If not, we'll be calling an end. I guess the mic will be back in. We can just cut off our end of this thing. It'll just go blank, but it may still be on there until Micah comes back in and is able to cut it off from that end.
Yeah, maybe if we all leave, it might be the end. But anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Check out that website.
And happy trading. Micromomenttrading.com.
Absolutely.
We'll
Yeah,
see
see
you
y'all
next week.
later.
Bye, folks.
Bye.
Bye.